Starting transmission.
Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas!
Welcome, watchers of Illusion, to my Castle of Confusion. It's the 26th of December. I've got an arcade sequel for you to check out today. Have a look at this. Yes, it's Operation Thunderbolt. Anyway, it's the 26th of December, folks, which means it's Boxing Day, which means Christmas is now out of the way. I really hope you all had a fantastic day yesterday, and Santa bought you everything that you asked for. We had a very pleasant day ourselves, which was lovely. So anyway, the end of the year is fast approaching, so I thought we'd kick it up a notch with another arcade blaster, the sequel to Operation Wolf. And I thought I'd give you guys a little insight into this one. This is the arcade version, and it was released for a lot of home versions. I know the Spectrum had a version of this. I imagine the C64 Amstrad did as well. But yes, it's let's see how this one compares actually to Operation Wolf, see what they've actually updated. And it looks like a two-player co-op, which is always a nice start to a game. Yeah, I can't believe it, 2017, just down the road. By the weekend, or by Sunday, we shall be in January. How weird is that? Year gone quick much. And let's hope 2017 takes it a bit easier on the old celebrity front. George Michael obviously being the latest. Anyway, let's not dwell on more morbid news. Let's crack on with killing soldiers. Okay, so this is kind of more like Cabal. I don't know if you remember, I was talking about Cabal in my Operation Wolf review. This is a bit more like it, but with Cabal, you are actually seeing your soldiers on the screen that you control. This one's actually a bit more on. It's on an on-rail shooter, but it's a lot less classic Operation Wolf. You're still shooting the guys down, but instead of going from left to right, you're actually making progress towards the mountain there, which is quite nice. And everything seems a bit smoother somehow. You're still shooting soldiers that look like they're wearing trainers, but we won't go into that. The detail is very nice. The colours and the animations are cracking. There's a cat. That's really nice to put a cat in the middle of a war zone. I guess it's kind of a morality choice. Do you shoot the cat? Do you not? Depends how much you like cats, I suppose. But yeah, there's nice variety so far. A couple of different coloured soldiers there. One's in yellow, one's in purple. Oh, here we go. Vehicles now making their first appearance, which is cool. And there's your ammunition down in the bottom left-hand corner, your life bar and everything else that you can see that's relevant down there. Rockets, clips and bullets. Everything you need. And he looks very, yes, rub chin, yes. So, mission 1 is done. I wouldn't say that was an overly easy level, but I think sometimes with these, here we go, classic Operation Wolf level now. Okay, but I think the thing with these games sometimes is that you think you're taking an absolute ton of damage when in fact your life bar doesn't really get affected that much, which is weird considering they're shooting at you, throwing dynamite at you and all sorts of stuff. Same again really, this one, you can shoot the stuff out of the air before it hits you, but there's so much going on that actually it turns out to be harder than it looks. This looks like it's going to get pretty insane, to be quite honest with you. But, that's part of the charm, I think. And I think if you had two players here, it wouldn't be quite so hard. I mean, like you see my life bar there, I'm taking hits there, but it hasn't actually depleted that much. So I think only if you take big whack-off hits there, like with the grenades and the knives, I think that really is something that's going to screw you up. But the actual ammunition, like firing, and the daggers don't actually do that much. But those grenades do. Just noticed my health took a bit of a whack there. So try and shoot those out of the air best you can. That's probably the best advice I can give when playing this game. Again, there seems to be very little in the way of health replenishment. So I don't really understand how you're supposed to do that. I guess it's to encourage you to put more credits into the machine to continue, which is, it's a bit mercenary, but I can see the business model, of course, there shining through. But yeah, back to a classic Operation Wolf style level here. But you can see that there's, you know, screens starting to fill up with things that are difficult to avoid. I've got 3 bars of health left, and that really isn't very helpful. But I'm at the end of the level, but I think if I'm right, that life now will transfer to the next level as well. So if you have got low health and you're going to the next level, you take it with you. Makes your job a little bit harder, but then without a challenge, it's not really worth coming back and having another go at, is it? So here we are, and we're in a vehicle this time. It's quite cool. I like the variation of the levels is quite nice. The sound is really cool. Got the sort of the rat-a-tats of your guns and the explosions and everything else, so that's really nice. There is good variety on the vehicles and the soldiers that you're shooting. Where are they coming from? I like that. It adds variety to the game, and of course variety is the spice of life, so they say, and I think that's true for gaming as well. If you haven't got the variety, it's going to bore you rigid within the first few minutes. The fact that this game holds my attention for longer than a couple of minutes is actually pretty good. My tolerance level for rubbish is very low. Watch any of my Dungeon of Drax series and you'll figure that out. But yeah, this isn't bad at all. Quite a good jape, and I think if you had a friend with you to sit side by side gunning away, I think that would be, and that's not a euphemism, but you could have real good fun there, having both of you got each other's backs. You could have one of you covering the left hand side of the screen, one covering the right, maybe have one of you attacking the vehicles while the other attacks the soldiers. And I've died, but let's see. Oh, that's something Operation Wolf didn't have, is a continue option to pick up where you left off. Maybe they learnt their lesson on that one, because Operation Wolf was hard as nails, and if you died there was no restart. You had to restart the game from the start. At least they've implemented that, which is definitely a saving grace as far as I'm concerned, because this game does get hard, as you can see, and we're approaching the end of level here too. That's kind of cool. Right, so we're at the enemy hideouts. We've just pulled up in front of the buildings, and now we're hiding behind. That makes no sense. Anyway, mission 4. So we've got to rescue hostages in this section of the game. I've got a full life bar. That bodes well. So let's see how incredibly mental this is going to get us. Oh, I shot the cat. Oh dear. I like this again. Going back to the classic Operation Wolf, but look, yeah, 2 grenades, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How many knives have just been thrown at me? 2 grenades, 3 grenades. Oh, this is getting silly. And why are the hostages running right into the middle of a war zone and acting like zombies off The Walking Dead? It makes no sense to me. But, you know, all in all, a fun little blaster. I kind of like that. It's, you know, it's a no-frills arcade shoot-'em-up, and that's, you know, you can't really ask for much more than that. Apart from the AI on the hostages is a bit off, a bit weird, dancing the way through the war zone. But there you go. Anyway, guys, we're approaching the end of this review. I thought I would show you the sequel to Op Wolf, and Cabal I will get round to showing you as well, because it's a bit of a different animal, but it's along the same lines. You'll see what I mean when I come to do it. But anyway, hope you've all had a cracking Christmas, everybody. I am hopefully going to be doing a full week review for you this week, and leading into New Year. So, 2017, bring it on. The channel hopefully will grow, and that's all down to you guys. So thanks very much for tuning in. I'll catch you on the next time. Bye for now, everybody.